The situation there's
We have the bullock.
Scanning the nanite transfer. Done. Additional data is available. Probes can repair the transformers. Stop them! Sensors confirm the trend.
Captain. You are in the Undine battle zone. Our goal is to close fluidic rifts to destroy Undine planet killers. Here is our plan. This is a map of the battle zone. We have 3 different methods of closing the rifts. When a rift is open, the area is red. When we close a rift, it will change to blue.
You are in a battle zone. The goal of a battle zone is to capture and hold the majority of points. Your map shows which points are controlled by allies and enemies. The overall status of the zone is displayed here. Last time on Star Trek Online.
We are fighting a war on multiple fronts. We have to consider the Borg, the Undine, and the Romulans, as well as the Klingons.
I see now my deception has been exposed.
Starfleet has lost too many ships, and too many good men and women, to a fight we now know was caused by Iconian and Undine influence.
Is that...
An Iconian gateway? Yes, I believe it is.
Into the gateway! Now!
Are all those markers Iconian gateways?
Sir, we've been scanning the gateway. The monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. We are within the Solanate Dyson Sphere, a spherical structure built around a star.
We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of Omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space.
It now appears that the Jenolan sphere had the same jump capabilities as the Solanate, and moved to this location.
You're not Cooper.
We will repel the Undine, and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threats. The Undine are a threat to us all. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy.
And now, the continuation.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. I will admit that I did not expect to be here with Voyager again. It is agreeable. Thank you for agreeing to attend this conference and supporting my position on the Undine. However, reaching a consensus today will be difficult. Many different agendas will be represented here today. I will speak to you in person shortly. Tuvok out.
Welcome to the Janolan Dyson Sphere. Please beam down to these coordinates.
I'm glad to have you here. This conference is a significant opportunity for our people. But given our relatively new position, I feel it can be hard to get the other galactic powers to see us as anything more than helpless refugees. That needs to change. Please follow me to the conference room. I have a feeling we have a long day ahead of us.
It is my sincere hope that the Romulan Republic will join the galactic community in addressing the threat posed by the Undine. This is also an opportunity to open dialogues regarding other pertinent matters. I would recommend assisting your pro-council while we complete our final preparations. The talks will begin shortly.
I have some concerns about this conference, but I am sure that you will be able to allay them. My only goal is to ensure that our people's desires are not overlooked. I would be gratified if you would assist me with the following issues.
No signs of Tal Shiar infiltration, but we'll keep checking internal logs.
Of the conference security, we don't want the Romulans to think that we're...
The preliminary tasks are complete. You should speak with Admiral Tuvok again.
The delegates have all arrived. The presentation will begin shortly. You have some time to familiarize yourself with the other ambassadors and their positions. I suggest that you do so.
Romulan Republic has thus far proven to be a fairly reliable ally. If you wish to continue to make a positive impression on the Empire, when you speak with the other delegates, you should underscore the severity of the threat posed by these shapeshifters. You are familiar with the machinations machinations of the Tal Shiar. Imagine if they had the ability to appear as anyone at any time. That is the danger of the Undine.
The Federation's position is quite clear. We believe the only way to safeguard the future of the Alpha and Beta Quadrants is for all the galactic powers to behave as reasonable entities and work together to oppose those who would threaten our worlds. It doesn't matter if that threat comes from the Undine, the Borg, or the Iconians. The response is the same.
The Xindi are here to support Admiral Tuvok's call for cooperation. We know what tragedies befall a people who are being manipulated by outsiders, as we once were. The Undine's lies and manipulation remind us of the Sphere Builders, whose deceptions led us to make one of the greatest mistakes in our history. There are 5 races on my world. We all know reaching a consensus can be difficult, but the Xindi are living proof that if we put aside animosity, our differences can make us stronger.
We will have an opportunity to take a leadership role here. Our knowledge of the Solanae sphere should be an advantage. In addition, we control the gateway to the spheres in Taudewa space. We've built a home, and you fought to preserve it. Now, we need to secure our place among the stars. Yes, the Undine. Very interesting. My security advisors have been looking over the data, and we are all very curious to hear what you and Admiral Tuvok have to say on the matter.
You've spoken with representatives of all of the delegations. You should return to Admiral Tuvok.
We are almost ready to begin. Will you complete the final preparations for the conference while I speak to Captain Sean? After that, your assistance in encouraging everyone to take their seats would be appreciated. I must join the Federation delegation.
It seems the time has come at last. Thank you for the reminder.
I was just going. Don't rush me.
Oh, yes, I will take my seat.
I suppose we can begin.
You can start the presentation from the control console.
The Undine represent a clear and present danger to not only the Federation, but also the Klingon Empire and Romulan Republic. The damage done here by a mere handful of ships is clear evidence for the need for cooperation.
With respect, Admiral, the Romulan Republic is quite capable of leading exploration and security measures here, just as we have led efforts to secure the Solanae sphere. My militia...
I find it interesting that the Federation suddenly has concerns about the Undine now. Where was the Federation when the Empire discovered Undine infiltrators in the Alpha Quadrant? Or is the Federation only interested now the Undine threatens something you want?
Given the exceptionally complicated nature of such...
Ambassador, given what we now know, that was a mistake. The Empire recognized the Undine threat years ago. We didn't.
You admit you are wrong?
The evidence provided by Admiral Tuvok and his team is sound.
Thank you, Captain Sean. However, dwelling on past mistakes will not solve the problems of the present.
Our fleet stands ready to protect both spheres from the Undine.
The Undine can wait. We have more important business to discuss. Who owns this sphere? I represent a consortium of businessmen on Ferenginar. We are prepared to invest significant venture capital into transforming this sphere into a vacation destination to rival Risa. I have a proposal of $500,000 of... What's that?
Tuvok to Voyager. Report.
A massive fleet of Undine vessels just appeared from a rift. They're setting a course for the gateway.
The Undine? What do they want?
Unknown. Drop to Lisette. Track their course.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. We're receiving a distress signal from Earth's space dock.
Sean to Federation fleet. Red alert. Prepare for immediate departure.
The Federation is our enemy, but the Undine attack like assassins in the night.
We will crush the Comic-Coup!
A significant Undine force is headed for the Sol system. The issue of the spheres, and your people's alliance with the Federation, will be meaningless unless the Undine are stopped. Are you willing to join the fight? Possible. I am picking. Negative.
Agreed.
5.
Enterprise will set course for Luna.
The Fortescue and the Lisette will lead the fight on the far side of Earth.
Earth's space dock is taking severe structural damage. are still Undine ships in the system. We must eliminate them.
Earth space dock may be destroyed.
Dreadnought, inbound!
Any ships still in range? Any ships still in range? There are Undine hunting parties on Earth space dock. We're fighting them, but comms are spotty. I was lucky to get an external signal working. We need any assistance you can spare. You're supposed to be our allies, aren't you? Right now, I'd let the Borg on board if they'd help us drive out the Undine.
I've received orders from New Romulus. In light of this situation, the Lisette is being recalled to defend the homeworld. You should stay here and assist Starfleet. They sound like they need your help.
The boarding parties on Earth space dock should be our main concern. The Undine will be attempting to cripple Starfleet operations, gain valuable data, and capture ranking officers. We cannot afford to allow them to succeed. I am prepared to beam down immediately. Your assistance will greatly improve our chances of success. Earth space dock has sustained severe damage from multiple Undine boarding parties. We must locate Admiral Quinn. The most expedient path to the Admiral's office is through those doors. Our mission objectives are clear. We must ask... learn what he knows about the attack. This is not normally something I would suggest, but I believe that in this instance it is necessary. My mind to your mind. My thoughts to your thoughts. There is more we need to
I thought Earth's space dock would be a quiet assignment.
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
Admiral Tuvok, I'm gonna help hold this position. I'm not much of a soldier, but I can make repairs and help keep this area clear of Undine. I hope Admiral Quinn is okay. He was on comms a few minutes ago, but the transmission was cut off.
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
I'll stay here. Good luck.
Admiral Quinn. shape-shifting nature of species 8472 makes them a dangerous foe. We will have to proceed. Perhaps we can establish more reliable communications by directly linking to the Starbase's internal systems. The consoles here can be used for that purpose. Make the attempt. I will keep watch for more Undine. I will cover you.
Who is this? Communications are damaged. One moment.
Admiral, what is your...
I'm pinned down in my office with Egan. We've been trying to get internal comms and sensors working. What's your status?
The Undine boarding parties appear to have some gold in mind, but we are unsure as to what it might be. Admiral, I suggest you hold your position. Stay alert for more imposters. There are still more ambush. The way is blocked. There may be an alternate for deck. Admiral Quinn and Commander Egan are below. The Admiral appears to require medical treatment. It is agreeable to see you, Admiral.
Intriguing. The amount of resistance Starfleet has offered is unexpected. That being said,
the weak will perish, and you are
He is tapping into the ship's power interface.
That would explain what happened to our defense grid. He would have known they were coming, and had ample opportunity to sabotage us. Damn, didn't see it. It's hard to believe. He attacked me mentally, led everyone into a trap. I couldn't stop him. We have much to consider. There may be... Tuvok! What's going on? Tuvok! Can you hear me? Tuvok!
Tuvok! Hello, Tuvok. Egan was too weak. He spent too much time among humans. He served his purpose, and you will be far too late.
Too late for what?
Your quadrant will fall. The weak will perish. This dimension will be cleansed, purified of infestation. Your efforts are meaningless. I know your thoughts, Tuvok.
Indeed, Doctor. But I have taken advantage of this connection to look into your mind as well.
What?
I understand now what your plans are. You will not succeed.
You can't stop us. Tuvok! Tuvok!
Admiral Tuvok! Admiral!
Diversion. This was all a diversion.
What do you mean?
Kronos. Their real target is Kronos. Come. Kronos may not have much time. Your... At this time, the ruins of Praxis are concealing our...
I see.
The Romulan... That was only a small force. The rest of the Undine...
The Romulan Republic is being currently used as We are
enough to stop the Undine advance.
We would not be alone if anyone in the Federation had the heart of a warrior. This will be our day of glory!
My apologies for being late.
Just one more ship?
Not exactly. We brought a few friends.
offline. This is our only chance. Setting the Aquarius on a collision course.
Acknowledged. Do we have Sean's coordinates?
Getting locked now, sir. He did it, sir! The planet killer has been destroyed.
Tuvok to Allied fleet. Stand down. The Undine are retreating. Captain Sean.
Transporter room! Did you get him?
We have...
Captain Sean to Admiral Tuvok. Permission to come aboard?
The High Council sent a message saying they wish to speak with you. They have requested we transport directly to the High Council chambers. There are many here who have seen the danger Species 8472 presents with their own eyes for the first time. Thank you for your assistance in protecting both Earth and Kronos from the Undine. However terrible, this battle did have one benefit. Today's fight opened the door to what may be a lasting peace between the Federation and the Empire. Now we must have the courage to compromise for the greater good. In its way, that can be more difficult than waging war. The formalities will begin soon. Until then, I must take the time to speak to others who were instrumental in the success of this mission.
That was a close one, but I'm fortunate Voyager transported me off the ship at the last second. It would have been a worthy sacrifice. Your people still feel the pain of losing a world. We can't let that happen again.
Thank you for your assistance during the attack on Earth. You have proven we did the right thing when we allied with the Republic.
I never thought I would be pleased to see a Romulan at my back. But you fight with honor and the ferocity of a true warrior. However, I now see that Worf was correct. There is honor in the Federation as well. The time for our battle against Starfleet has passed. We should turn our blades toward the real enemy. I remember you from the Gateway activation. You fought well today. May our meetings on the battlefield always be as glorious.
I served in Starfleet, and now I serve the Empire. There are many on both sides of the current conflict for whom I have deep respect. I see this as an opportunity. We may find we have more in common than we realize.
Your people are survivors, as are mine. Survival may dictate an end to our conflict with the Federation.
Our people come from a culture of deception and division. We've rejected our past in favor of open alliances. Perhaps it's time for the Federation and the Empire to set aside their past as well. We would welcome a ceasefire between our allies.
The 5 races of the Zindi once tried to exterminate humanity. But through the efforts of a few people who were willing to change, we put aside our weapons and worked through our differences. Now, we are members of the Federation. Peace came with great difficulty, but that is the way of most things worth having. The Undine are here. They're spreading lies and dividing us from within. Now, more than ever, we need to set aside our animosities and work together for the greater good.
I'm glad we were here to help our allies. It wasn't our fight, but helping to save Sol and Kronos was the right decision. This is the future my father dreamed of.
I admit, I did not expect the Federation to act with such honor. I do not know what the final decision of the High Council will be, but rest assured that the Undine will pay. We will hunt down every last Kameku and destroy them for what they have done here today.
You fought well for a Romulan. Many fine warriors have earned their places in Stovacor today. They died with honor, fighting one of our most formidable enemies. The Undine brought the battle to our very threshold. The fine warriors standing before me pushed them back. Let us honor our sacrifices and our accomplishments by ending...
Of the Milky Way. You have come further than we expected. But still you chase our shadows.
We are not here to impress you, demon! We stand united, and there is no one
a single warning to not attract our attention again.
That was the reason we need to work together. It's time for our feud to end.
Agreed. From this day forward, all hostilities between the Empire and the Federation will cease.
The Iconians use servitor races and other species to do their fighting for them. Species 8472 has been an unknowing catspaw of the Iconians for some time. This time, however, the Undine were defeated, and it was our combined strength that allowed us to prevail. Thousands of years ago, the Iconians were defeated by an alliance of races. I predict their ultimate aim has been to prevent such an alliance from happening again. There have been periods in our combined history when the Federation and the Empire have not been at war, but they have not been allies either. This may be the beginning of such a time. It will be up to us to determine what happens next. With time, we may even restore the alliance that came out of the Khitomer Accords. Voyager will return to the Delta Quadrant. There is much to do there, and the Jenolan Sphere will need to be protected from further Undine assaults. I am sure I will see you again. You have been a worthy ally, and your wisdom and courage will be called upon in the days ahead. Until then, live long and prosper.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Admiral Tuvok is waiting for you in the conference room. Welcome aboard, sir. If you'll come with me, I'll take you to Admiral Tuvok. He wants to see you right away. What would you like to know? The Admiral is trying to track down Dr. Cooper. He thinks that Cooper is the key to this conflict with the Undine. He hasn't explained why yet, but he says that your assistance is crucial. What would you like to know? Unstable, but not totally out of control. The Borg have suffered setbacks on multiple fronts. They're being pressed hard by the Voth, the Undine, and various liberated elements. The Voth are mostly bottled up in their home space and in the Solanae Dyson sphere. We've established some connections with a few of the locals, such as the Kobali and the Talaxians. Of course, there are still troublemakers out here. The Kazon, the Hirogen, the Malon, and there's a new power player we're very concerned about. Whoever they are, they're picking off systems left and right. Even the Krenim weren't a match for them. We need to find out who they are and what they want. What would you like to know? Voyager spent 7 years in the Delta Quadrant, and during that time many of her systems were optimized to deal with the hazards out here. This old girl's still got a few tricks. Besides, Admiral Tuvok specifically brought Voyager out for this mission, and what the Admiral wants, the Admiral gets. What would you like to know? Sorry we don't have time for a tour, but the Admiral insists he needs to speak with you right away. The Admiral is waiting for you in the ready room.
Greetings. Thank you for coming so promptly. We do not have much time, and I require your assistance. I am still under telepathic assault by the Undine we know as Cooper. He has found some means to greatly increase his psionic power, and I cannot withstand his assault indefinitely. I will need your help to repel Cooper's attack and counter him. What else do you need to know? I have been able to deflect Cooper's attacks thus far, but I require assistance to repel him and gain any useful information. I propose initiating a Vulcan mind meld through which you will be able to enter my mind and aid me against Cooper. What else do you need to know? Your prior experiences with Cooper should allow your subconscious mind to hone in on him. An outsider who has never encountered him before would have no such connection and could never hope to find him. What else do you need to know? My mind to your mind. Your thoughts to my thoughts.
Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? First, I need to make sure you're not contagious. Don't be difficult. I'm only doing my job. Engineers and captains, always in a hurry to get out of sickbay. You're not going anywhere, Doctor.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Hear me. Come speak to me at the desk terminal. The mind meld was successful. Excellent. I am currently trapped in the ready room. For the moment, I will only be able to communicate with you remotely. Cooper is working to subvert my mental defenses, and I must focus my concentration on keeping my mind intact. No, Cooper is trying to erode my emotional control. Symbolically, this means that he must destroy Voyager. Good. Now we will be able to remain in contact. Proceed to engineering. Cooper is attempting. Cooper is trying to overload the warp core. You must keep it stable. The mindscape is...
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? I've almost got B'Elanna. You are... I'll destroy you. And Tuvok's mine with you.
He has raised the defenses to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack.
Doing here? Who are you? I require specifics. Answer me.
I have no reason to trust you, but this seems familiar somehow. Why am I in the crew quarters? I should be in my regeneration alcove.
7. You are currently experiencing an engrammatic regress as a result of a Vulcan mind meld. You must assist me in reasserting control over the meld. I am currently locked in the ready room next to the bridge. Exercise caution as species 8472 has subverted the vessel.
That is Borg technology. But the presence of the collective will not dissuade us. Assimilation is irrelevant.
bridge while you release Tuvok.
With Cooper defeated, he should no longer be able to maintain the telepathic link with my mind, for the time being. We must end the mind meld and consider our next course of action. Now that we have removed Cooper's influence, it is time to break the link between he and myself. With Cooper's attack temporarily halted, we are in a position to slow the advance of his Undine forces. Please accompany me to the bridge. We still do not have a fix on Cooper's whereabouts. I will contact Starfleet for any current information about Undine movements. Use the sensors to check for their quantum signatures. Voyager's sensor array is currently calibrated for tracking Undine movements, so you should be able to garner results quickly. You should return to your ship. While I am somewhat fatigued as a result of the mind meld, we must still be in the meld. Cooper is trying to deceive us. He needs to break the link cleanly, but lacks the strength to confront us directly.
You don't belong here.
We should use the link to our advantage. If we can track Cooper through the link, we can then pursue him in the physical realm. Since the Mindscape deals in symbolic representations, we need a map to his location. We should proceed to astrometrics. Cooper is trying to block your progress. Look for another path. In 2375, Voyager encountered a malfunctioning board vinculum that had been turned into a trap by species 6339. This vinculum caused other personalities from the collective to surface in 7 of 9. I entered a mind meld with her in an attempt to stabilize her personality. These people are echoes of the personalities of people assimilated by the board. Cooper is attempting to distort your path again. Keep searching. I sense we are making progress. Keep searching. This ordeal has taxed me mentally, but I must continue the mission. I have learned that Cooper is in fluidic space, in an area that corresponds to the location known in our dimension as the Northwest Passage. We must travel there and enter fluidic space to confront Cooper once more. He is aboard a special command bioship that he cannot abandon. If we catch him in fluidic space, we can force a final confrontation. Please join me on the bridge. I must focus my concentration on regaining my strength. I need you to enter our destination court.
Voyager will join you in the Northwest Passage. We'll leave as soon as you've returned to your ship. We need to hurry if we want to catch Cooper.
This area of space was labeled by Commander Chakotay as the Northwest Passage. It is a corridor of space that the Borg avoid because of the high incidence of quantum singularities, which the Undine use as points of transit. Voyager encountered the passage in 2373, and Captain Janeway chose to use it to travel through Borg space. This precipitated our first contact with species 8472. We must locate a quantum singularity that will lead us into the correct area of fluidic space. My suspicion is that Cooper is using this region as a staging ground for the massed Undine fleet, and his command bioship will be there as well. Approach each singularity and check its quantum wave signature. When we find the correct one, we will pass through. To reach Cooper's command, this would explode.
You've come a...
are close to Cooper's position, but the bioship is blocking transport in the area closest to the central nexus. We must find control nodes that will allow us to enter the nexus. As the ship is organic, we may be able to force it open by sending impulses through certain nerve endings, thereby causing a reflex reaction, much like a sneeze. muscles controlling this passage will not release. We will need to find control ganglia we can use to trigger a reflex response and open the door. Cooper should be in the chamber just beyond this door. An intriguing notion. I shall make the attempt. You must protect me from Cooper and his soldiers while I concentrate on the mind meld. When you are ready, we shall proceed. The ship is resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster. You must protect me from undue attacks while I concentrate. You must protect me from undue attacks while I concentrate. Resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster. You must protect me from undue attacks while I concentrate. You must protect me from undue attacks while I concentrate. You must protect me from undue attacks while I concentrate.
What is happening? You did this!
My mind to your mind.
Communication link established.
Your thoughts to my thoughts.
Why should we listen to the weak?
You will perish when the Iconians complete their purge. To the Iconians, you are weak.
We must survive.
When we fight one another, we are weak. United, we are strong.
No! Don't listen to him!
We must see to our needs.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
The many must survive.
We don't need them!
The many will be strong. The strong will survive.
They are weak.
bio-dreadnought has no intention of entering our space. Now we must return to our ships before the Undine retreat to their own fortresses in fluidic space. The bio-dreadnought has no intention of entering. There are no signs of Undine pursuit. Whatever the intent of the remaining Undine forces, it seems that they do not involve our dimension. As a Vulcan, I am not given to personal displays. Nonetheless, we have shared a deep connection. We will always carry a part of this experience with us. In a sense, you have become a portion of my mental defenses. Part of the ship and crew that defined the most challenging aspects of my existence. Our shared effort has prevented another Undine invasion, and incidentally allowed me to retain my sanity. Your contributions are appreciated. I must advise Starfleet Command of these developments. I am sure we will speak again. Until then, I am confident that events in the Delta Quadrant are in capable hands. Live long and prosper.
With Cooper gone, the Undine won't have a leader pushing them toward war with our forces. I wonder why he was so set on this conflict. We still don't know exactly how long Cooper had been replaced by an Undine, or if the original Cooper is still alive. Perhaps this Undine saw something during his time among the humans that convinced him that the only way to secure the safety of his people was to destroy ours. We know our first task
Begin the new tactical...
This is the USS Cicada. Switch to frequency 228.7 to adjust for ion storm interference.
This is the Shinano. Advise keeping shields up. Cloaked Klingon vessels are still testing. Let's do this quickly. Don't want our shields down for long. Thanks. Our supplies were low after retaking Pryor's world. One more assault and we...
Lowering shields now. We are ready to receive supplies. Engineering has...
This is Commander Ellen Landry of the USS Baran. Welcome to Pryor's world. The captain has requested that you transport over to the Baran.
Nice to finally meet you face to face. I'm Captain DeBayleLeoharte. Welcome to the Baran. This is my first officer, Commander Ellen Landry.
Sorry to hear about Captain Schaefer. He was one of our best.
Agreed. A damn fine captain. Though from what we've heard about what happened at Corvan, his ship's in good hands. And my somewhat tardy Chief of Security, Amna Patel.
Apologies, Captain. Welcome aboard. We appreciate the assistance.
Engineering's this way, if you'll follow me.
What took you so long?
You try booking a reception hall during prime wedding season. I'm lucky to be alive.
My warrior. Braver than 100 Klingons.
Kapla!
We better catch up.
Before the captain throws us in the brig with the Klingons.
We've been mopping up here after our scrap with the Klingons.
The Klingons did not surrender Pryor's world lightly.
Cleaning up the planet-based missile launchers was satisfying. The Baran is currently holding some Klingon prisoners of war.
Prisoners we plan to deliver to a secure location before we ran into a snag. Lieutenant Kerwin.
Welcome aboard.
I have someone I'd like you to
Somehow
meet.
the Klingons infected our computer. The virus. If the virus tries to lock out a weapon, they should still work. Nice work. Tactical will need to make adjustments, but that should block the virus nicely. What the? We just lost port deflectors!
Bridge to Captain. Klingon vessels decloaking.
Lorca to bridge. I'm on my way.
Captain, internal sensors show multiple Klingon transporter signals in your vicinity.
All hands, repel boarders. Lorca to bridge. We need those shields back. Do what you can to keep our port side away from the Klingons. Kerwin, I want you to head up there and give them a hand with the shields. No, I think it's time we went on the offensive. Landry, Patel, lead the way.
Chief, get us to the armory.
On it.
Captain, to sickbay. We have wounded on deck 17.
We're on our way, Captain.
Take one of these phaser rifles. We just finished modifications on them from data we gathered during the Prior's World fighting. The Klingons are in for a little surprise.
Bridge to Captain. The Klingons hit the brig and released their buddies. Looks like they're heading toward the shuttle bay. They're gonna make a break for it, sir.
Lorca to bridge, acknowledged. We're en route. Pev, Landry, Patel, take the lead. Everyone else, you're with me. Let's move! Cover me. Tell me, can you handle this?
There's no time! Captain! You need to go!
That's not how we operate, Commander. We don't leave people behind. It's clear. Help her.
Thought I lost you there.
Fortunately, the captain had other ideas.
Nice shot back there. Glad you had our backs.
We need to move. Understand?
No, I'll manage. It's not as bad as it looks.
Bridge to Captain. Shuttle bay access is locked, and the hangar doors are starting to open.
It's that damned Klingon virus again.
Bridge, this is the captain. Prepare the tractor beam, in case we fail.
Damn, it's even in the door systems. I'll handle this. Bam! Got it!
Car to the track. We're preparing to depart for, prepare for our arrival.
Not today. Not on my ship.
Change of plans. Kill their captain. Then meet me.
You'll have to get through me first.
Lorca to bridge. The prisoners are secure. Give me a status report.
Sir, the Klingon vessels just went under cloak.
They'll be back. Count on it.
We need to get the Klingon prisoners secured. Unfortunately, our holding facilities here are compromised. Under the circumstances, I think we'll need to transfer the prisoners to your ship. I think you'll agree we can't risk dropping our shields to use the transporters. You'll have to take a shuttle. It's a little old-fashioned, but if the Klingons are here to rescue their people, they won't risk firing on you. Your ship, on the other hand, will be a target. Be ready for anything. All right, if these Klingons wanted to ride in a shuttle, load them up.
My team will handle the prison transfer to your vessel. I'll have our security chief contact yours to sort out the details. Excellent. Are you ready to finish boarding procedures and head out?
Good. You made it. Afraid I have some bad news. We're picking up some photon decay heading our way. My people believe it's coming from cloaked Klingon vessels, and I'm inclined to agree. Get ready for a fight.
All ships, decloak.
Moran to Cicada. Move to support the Shinano.
Acknowledged, Baran. Maneuvering to support position. You fight well.
All ships, circle the wagons. Watch out for each other, and we'll get through this.
Good stuff. Come on, and you fight. The rage of my glory.
Nice work, Captain. Looks like the Klingons aren't finished with us at Pryor's World. Glad you were in the neighborhood. Things could have gone pear-shaped if you weren't. I'm sure that'll look good in your after-action report. Might put a little dent in my sterling reputation, but I'll manage. That said, we're not out of the woods just yet. I'll let my first officer fill you in on the details.
This is Landry. As you've seen, the Baran is needed here at Pryor's World. And her brig is no longer secure. I'm afraid your ship is gonna have to facilitate this prison transfer. The destination is classified, I'm afraid. I have the coordinates in a secure device, which, with your permission, I'll bring aboard with my team.
I don't disagree, Captain, but we're at war. Things have a tendency to get irregular in situations like this. Some of our prisoners are high-ranking members of the House Mokai. The secrets they know are important to the Klingons, even more so to Starfleet. We need to get them into a high-security facility as soon as we can. I'd like to send Commander Landry and a team with you to assist on this. Call it a joint effort. But it's still your ship and your command. Agreed? Oh, and one last thing. Landry's on loan. She's a damn fine officer and one of a kind. I do expect her back intact as soon as you're done, Captain. The shuttle, on the other hand, you can keep. We got plenty of those.
My team is on board, Captain. With your permission, I'll take the helm for this trip. I know the way, after all. We've arrived at the coordinates, Captain. We're being hailed.
Your presence in this system is unexpected. Transmit secure clearance codes now. Awaiting transfer of codes. I should remind you that all of our defense systems are active, Captain. Vosker out.
That he did, Captain. Shall I transmit the security clearance codes? Transmitting initial sequence now. Lieutenant Kerwin, begin beta security code transmission on my mark. Mark. Very much so, Captain. Possibly more than they enjoy oxygen and comfortable socks. Transmission.
You're cleared for approach. Proceed to the following coordinates and prepare for prisoner transfer via shuttlecraft.
A word, if you please. It's about Warden Vosker. I've served with him before, and serving here allows Vosker to use methods and practices that would not fly on a starship. Some of his morals are fluid, perhaps dangerously so. Look, I'm not sure what Starfleet Command knows about him, but he still has command of the facility. There are those in Starfleet who are more focused on results than the cost of achieving those results. Vosker is such a man. The Admiralty didn't order these prisoners here by chance. They want Vosker to get results by any means necessary. That doesn't work for me. My team has the prisoners prepped for transfer. Are you ready to head to the facility?
Welcome to Facility 2047. I'm Hadrian Vosker.
Thank you.
Not long enough.
As in...
Are you finished?
Yeah.
What? Johnson, give me a status report.
Wrapping it up now, sir. Medical scans and contraband search all came back in the green. Warden, there's increased
we have a...
Fine. Got a nice cell waiting for you, Mokai. Move!
I'm not sure leaving the prisoners here with him is wise, Commander.
What are you hens clucking about back there?
Just wondering what you have in mind for our prisoners, Hadrian.
Nothing the Admiralty hasn't authorized before.
Johnson here. Operations reports a malfunction in primary systems and recommends a reboot.
Johnson, contact engineering. And keep an eye on things until I'm finished. Oscar to engineering. The bridge to isolation is acting up. Fix it. Now. Right. Now deal with the...
Understood, sir. Wait. What the... Sir, the primary deflector grid just went offline. Look out! Klingons!
Johnson, initiate full lockdown. Get those shields back up, now! Johnson? Come in, Johnson. Dave, lock off.
They're coming. Are you ready?
All right, let's get this over with.
Same to you, Haribach. Come on! Stupid piece of work, damn it!
Problem, Hadrian?
I can't get the bridge to extend. We need to think of an alternative.
That didn't sound good. We need to get out of here right now. Let me help you. Hurry!
You don't have time for this. Let him fall. Pacific Klingon.
We are Starfleet. Since you've obviously forgotten, that is not how we operate.
Whatever. Let's get moving. Haribach. I don't have time for this.
Stow this guy quickly.
Relax. His new home's right over here. And he's gonna be here a very long time.
I believe you have something that belongs to me. A car will be leaving with me.
He's not going anywhere, lady. I'm gonna...
Ha! You were saying, if only you had shields to block our transporters. Our paths cross once again. If only I had the time to end you. Like I ended your captain.
You two know each other?
Try to die when Ketris Holy Truth!
Wonderful.
Cover me while I get the shield back online.
Help him while you hold them off.
Yes, Commander.
I can't get this done if they keep shooting me. Cover me!
off on any...
Lieutenant Kerwin.
This isn't time for heroics.
Captain, the turret grid just came back online.
It's just like what happened at Pryor's World.
How did a Klingon
Fort Maine.
I can't believe he got away. After all that we went through here. Anything he does from here on out is on.
You shouldn't beat yourself up for doing the right thing here. Besides, if we get him and Ja'ula, we can just pretend it was all part of the plan, right?
All right.
Ja'ula to Tabib Atat! We have what we need. Leave the prison for the rest. Hey, to Schmidt!
Captain!
Stop!
I have reviewed your performance in the tactical simulation. Well done. I find the insight we gained... The data...
Captain, Lieutenant Kerwin is aboard and we are ready.